Brian? Brian?
Oh, sorry.
The other one was the bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
This is the headquarters of Worship Tutorials with Brian Wahl. Brian! What are you working on, man?
I miss my friend Rick Squire so much, and he was a friend of the channel.
Yeah. We could just honestly start the video like, hey, I'm here with Brian Wahl.
Yeah, I would start it that way.
Let's just do that. Welcome to the studio of Worship Tutorials with Brian Wahl. Brian, in case if people do not know who you are, who are you? What do you do?
Well, my name is Brian. Hi, that was weird. You cut to a different take here. Try that again. Set me up.
I think we're gonna keep that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna look great.
Yeah, I run worshiptutorials.com and also on YouTube, and so. The vision of Worship Tutorials is that every church in the world would have worship that is excellent and authentic. So you can do those two things on any budget, any personnel. Yeah. It just takes work. And so we're here to help make that happen.
So tell us about how you set up this space. I know, as a YouTuber myself, how intentional we can be about our gear, our room, all this stuff. Yeah. So I know there's intentionality went into this setup.
Right,
so tell us about it. Give us the tour of the room, and we'll fill it in, whatever you're talking about with some B-roll for the viewers here.
I've done the channel on YouTube for about 11 years. And from the very beginning, I've always been in a spare bedroom, which is kind of, sometimes all I had was a little patch of wall that that's what the camera saw, and that's next to me was a bed and that kind of thing. This is the first space that I've had since we moved into this house where I had my own dedicated space. And so I got to set it up kind of how I want. So I have this is sort of my editing station. This is a desk. This faux leather needs to be replaced, but this is a desk that actually my buddy Fuller built. So I've got all of my audio stuff here, and then the computer and editing space here. Usually I do most of the shooting against these two walls over here. So this, if you see a video, this is what you've seen. And then the rest of it is just trying to put all the junk in here that I have into a spare bedroom. All right, give us the gear breakdown of your editing rig. Okay. Start with computer, audio, all this. Give people, we want to know. We are a quasi-tech channel at Churchfront, right? The computer is an iMac Pro. So when did those come out? A year ago?
Probably 2, I think.
Really?
Was it 17? Let's find out. Let's hit the little Apple icon on top.
About this Mac. This is a 2017 iMac Pro.
Oh, that's right.
I bought it used, which is a good way to go because these are not cheap machines.
It's like a $5,000.
B&H is a great place to buy used computers.
I didn't know they had used there.
They have a lot of used computers. They have a lot. I buy a lot of stuff used from B&H.
Oh, okay.
Pro tip.
That's a great tip.
So my audio interface is a universal audio. So the heart and soul of what I do is capturing audio and capturing video, right? Yeah. For YouTube. And actually, in my opinion, audio is more important than video. You can watch poor quality video, but if the audio is good, you can watch it. But if the video is awesome and the audio is terrible, you'll click away that fast. So totally. Audio is important. So I use a Universal Audio Apollo 8. So that's my main audio interface. I have a Behringer 8-channel ADAT preamp setup that goes into the Apollo so I can get extra inputs if I need them. The only reason I have it is in all this stuff, this is basically because we do a lot of patches for guitars, for electric guitar. And so we do Kemper, Axe FX 3 and AX8 and Helix and HX FX and HX Stomp.
I totally know what all those things mean.
So Brian uses this beefy interface, the Apollo, to just significantly speed up his workflow. So he's got all of his guitar modelers, his Axe effects, his Kemper, his Helix. They're all plugged into specific spots on the Apollo, and all of his microphones, which we will get more into later. But basically, he can just plug and play. It's super nifty. Then Brian has a pretty dope monitor setup with a pair of Dyne Audio 8-inch monitors. He just got these and he says they sound amazing. He raved about them, so they must be pretty cool. Then finally, the last cool little piece of gear that Brian has hidden under the desk is a Native Instruments Complete Control keyboard, which he uses for digital audio workstation recording. But even though it lights up and it looks really pretty, Brian says he only uses about 1% of what it's capable of because, well, he does guitar tutorials, so he doesn't need to record with it that often. So Brian has a pretty legit workstation, and it makes sense because he spends most of his day here. He shoots, he edits, he creates content, he builds patches for you guys all by himself. Brian is a one-man show, and he's releasing daily videos on worship tutorials, so he definitely has his work cut out for him. The majority of the videos on Brian's channel are worship guitar covers and tutorials.
What?
He says that on average it takes him 3 hours to shoot and edit one of those videos, including learning the song. But I have to let you guys in on a little secret about Brian's creative process. Brian advocates pretty heavily for not using music stands during worship, but because of his daily deadlines, Brian does use music stands when he plays in some of his videos. So be sure to make fun of him for that. No. With the amount of content that he creates, I'm honestly surprised that he is able to even keep up with all this work. But let's get back to Brian and Jake to hear the last little touches of Brian's editing station.
And usually a Kemper sits here, but my friend Bradford is currently borrowing it so he can have 2 Kempers and run them in stereo.
You really need 2 Kempers?
You do if you want to run in stereo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But no, you don't.
Okay. And then what's that box thingy? Is that a hard drive?
Yeah, those are hard drives.
Okay.
So there aren't any hard drives in there. It's just a bay that I can
for hard drives. Okay.
plug a hard drive in.
Yeah.
Underneath, I have like all the hard drives. So I've got like a RAID setup with 32 terabytes, I think. Mm-hmm. And because I keep everything. Like all my stuff I keep. And then there's 2 more archives that are like 8 terabytes each. Okay. So how many terabytes is that? 40-ish, some? 40?
It's a lot of terabytes.
And they're almost all full. I need more. So, yeah. I mean, how many do you have? I'm sure you have.
I have a lot.
I'm sure you have like a closet full of hard drives.
Yeah, especially because
I mean, anyone on YouTube has a closet full of hard drives.
I like to use a lot of 1 terabyte drives to keep things separate.
Do you?
So I have I probably have like 40 of them.
Yeah.
So I actually probably have 40 terabytes.
Yeah, right? Okay, this is a cool piece over here.
Yeah, what is it?
This whole setup right here is like how I go live. This is an Aja UTAP, so if you want to go live, this is a really good solution. They have both SDI and HDMI options, and so what it does is you send it a signal from your camera, and then it converts that into a streaming format via USB to your computer. Okay. And then you can send it up however you want, which I use Wirecast.
Wirecast, okay.
That's what I use, yeah. Cool. But you can just Facebook or YouTube will just see that if you want to use it, and just go straight from it. Yeah. And then this guy lets me integrate an audio signal into it.
So let's talk about how Brian actually makes his videos, starting with lighting. For his main light, fill, and wash, this thing is huge. He uses the Aperture 650D, and this thing is so big and so bright that it was actually kind of hard to film it. Kind of ironic, huh? And then he also has this whole room hooked up with hue lights, which he had never actually used for mood lighting until Jake and I got there. Then, for arguably the most important part about video capture is how Brian captures his audio. He has a lot of condenser mics, so he's got the AKG C214, which he picked up for $300 that he uses for acoustic guitar or vocal recording in a studio setting. So he doesn't use those to record his videos, just for recording music. Then he's got the Slate digital virtual mic system, which emulates more expensive microphones. He's got the Shure SM7B that he records all of his singing into. And then finally, he has an Earthworks SR314, which we used in our other videos with Brian, and it's the mic that he uses to capture room audio. So that is how Brian captures all of his audio along with his Apollo interface, which records all of his modelers straight into Logic. And before we get into what cameras Brian uses to record, the last little piece of how he makes his videos is this really creepy mannequin that he uses to set his focus because he films a lot by himself. Anyways, let's not look at that ever again and hear about the cameras that Brian uses.
So the next thing would be cameras. You know, if you're gonna shoot videos, you need cameras. So if you come over here to camera land, we move this out of the way. So I have switched camera systems so many times. Let me count the cameras. I used to go Canon, and I started with a Canon 70D. That was my main camera. Actually, before that, I was Panasonic. GH2 was my first real camera.
Wow.
Panasonic GH2. And then I switched to Canon. I went 70D, and from Canon I went straight into Blackmagic because my church used Blackmagic cameras at the time, and I had they're these square things, like these metal square boxes.
Yeah.
They were the production 4K cameras. Those so Blackmagic, I've always liked Blackmagic as a company. And then I went Sony, and I had crazy Sony stuff like an A9 and a bunch of other, and an A7S2 and an A7R2. Those were my cameras. I had 3, and then it was like I had way too much money invested in that system, so I sold it all off and went with Fuji. Where's my XT3? Where did it go?
This one?
Ah, yeah. So this is the Fuji XT3, which I love. One of the reasons why it's so tiny, so like for Sunday vlogs and stuff, these cameras are great. And they do like, you can, everything is automated on them if you want, so you can just turn it around and talk to it, and it works really well. And so I have an XT3, and I have a couple of these XH1s, which are the video-centric Fuji that came out before the XT3. Although I like the XT3 better, but these are image stabilized internally, which is nice. Back to Blackmagic, I think this is like the best camera you can buy for less than $5,000. And this is the Blackmagic Pocket 4K camera. And the next best camera I think you can buy is a Blackmagic Ursa Mini Pro, which I used to use, and they're awesome, but they're huge.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Blackmagic makes really cool stuff at a really good price point too. So I have 2 of these, and these are like my main cameras at this point. And so I don't use them for a Sunday vlog though, because they're not vlogging cameras, they're more studio cameras. But yeah, so that's how I capture. I have too many cameras, so if you want to buy some Fuji XH1s, let me know. You can have this one. I'll give it to you for the right price.
There we go. Tell us about what are you using for paneling?
So these are sound panels that I built myself, and so the actual sound absorption material in this it's called Owens Corning 703. It's like fiberglass acoustic paneling, and they are I think this is 4 inches of, no, it can't be 4 inches of material. Maybe.
That's gonna be.
I think I might have done. So they come in packs of like, you get them and they're 2 foot by 4 foot. So that's what this is. It's 4 by 2.
Yeah.
And they come in like 2-inch thick sheets, and I think I have 2 of them in each one of these. And so I just went to the lumber store and bought like some framing, and I just built the frames myself. And then I went to a fabric store and bought this stuff. This is actually like a sleeve, like a sock. So it just goes in, and then I just stapled it on the bottom.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it worked really well. And then and then I just have this. Yeah. These things are really lightweight. Yeah. So, but they make a big difference in the room. So like, I have 5 of them in here, and yeah, they absorb a lot of reflections, which is important.
All right, Brian. We need an in-depth description of all 52 guitars that are in this room.
My wife tells me all the time.
Give us
way too many. Actually, I'm like, I can't get any more at the moment because I have nowhere else to put them.
Yeah, no, you're out, no wall space.
All my guitars are out.
Yeah.
It's like I don't keep them in cases because I like to play them.
You know, I can
give you the story
behind each one of these. I can do a favor, and like if you want me to like take one today.
Take one away.
Up the space.
Yeah, which one would you pick?
You know what? Okay, I'm an acoustic guy, so that narrows it down to 1, 2, 3 guitars.
There's another one over there.
And another one over here.
Yeah.
Okay, don't want that one.
You don't want the Takamine?
No, I want this one. There we go.
The Martin CEO7.
This is your favorite one.
You've made a fine choice.
Tell us. I don't necessarily have a favorite one. I'm gonna accompany you while you explain this guitar while you like it.
This is bumper music right here. This is a Martin CEO7. This is the CEO line is, I believe their CEO is currently Chris Martin, which is the same guy. Chris Martin is the name of the Martin guy who founded the company, but it's like one of his relatives. Martin is a family-owned company. And so he does, every once in a while, he kind of designs his own take on something, and this is the 7th one that he did. And it is a Gibson 00 body style, which is unique for Martin. And it has the Eric Clapton V-neck on the back. Do you like that?
Yeah.
Can you tell it's a very distinct V shape?
Yeah.
People either love it or they hate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's a small body guitar. It has mahogany back and sides, spruce top, but it has like really nice bass projection, which is you wouldn't think, because most of the guitars like this sound really thin and they sound like this.
Yeah.
But this doesn't. So I really like this guitar. And it's sort of a newer purchase for me.
Did he react to that?
No, I did though. My stomach dropped. I was like,
I didn't. I was stone cold. You wouldn't be the first friend who dropped a guitar of mine.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But yeah, this is nice though. Man.
It is nice. Yeah. So I have two Martin acoustics. This is one.
Okay.
This one is the last piece of gear that I ever put on a credit card.
I'll hold the guitar.
It's probably 15 years old. Maybe 12, 13 years ago I bought it. It's an 03 Martin D35. So D35 is a classic Martin. Dreadnought, Johnny Cash.
I like how this one's a little bit brighter than the other one.
Well, it's a little more full, frequent, like a little more. Is
this mahogany too or rosewood?
No, so this is rosewood back and sides.
Okay.
And if you look at the back, it's got a 3-piece back, which is unique to the D35. It's Martin would call it their probably loudest Dreadnought. Made to be a cannon. So this has been my main acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
For 10, 12 years.
Yeah. I think this is a good like workhorse worship leader guitar right here.
This is trendy right now. Right now, the small body acoustic is the trend.
Like hipster, cool worship leader. But this is like. If you're just like a lifelong worship leader, you need a lifelong guitar. You need this.
Well, they'll work in different contexts. So if you're playing, like if you're the main instrumentalist in your band, something like this is going to cover more sonic ground.
Yep.
This is going to fit better like in a fuller, more dense mix.
This is like if you're the worship leader in a big band and they're actually not even plugging you into the system. It's like complete vanity guitar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
It's a pretty expensive vanity guitar. The acoustics. This is a McPherson carbon fiber, and you can tell like it's pretty insane how this guitar sounds.
Yeah.
And plays.
Yeah,
and
it's like I don't know, like it's cool.
100% carbon fiber, except for like the frets.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds good. I don't know if I would want it all the time, but it's good. It's cool.
I think it sounds better than any of the guitars I've ever heard. This is the best sounding acoustic, probably one of that I've ever heard. But it's also like it's very balanced. So if you're used to hearing acoustic guitars are usually focused somewhere in the mid range.
Yeah.
And this is way more highs and lows than most any other.
That's why, you know what? It sounds good like pop music sounds good.
Yeah.
Like it's just like like you said. You're hearing all those frequencies, the balanced tone. It almost sounds like it's super polished sound to it, almost too polished, I might say. But
yeah, it records really well. You put a mic in front of it, and it's just money.
McPherson sent this to me. I would not turn it away.
No. So those are I have one other acoustic. It is over here. This is the Takamine. Close this door. This is a Takamine FD 360.
Okay.
This I bought in the year 1999, I think, or 2000, somewhere in there. I had a longtime girlfriend at the time, and I had saved up for a wedding ring, and the relationship ended, and like within days, I had this.
I think that worked. And
I will never get rid of this guitar because it has such a. And I played this. I mean, this thing. You know, you can see like it's wearing away here. Like this thing has gone through so much with me. This and that D35 both have more story with me than probably any other guitar.
And then you use this guitar to woo your wife.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Now let's talk
the
about
electric guitars.
The billion electric guitars.
So yeah, so if you're talking guitars that like have a story with me, this is my first like nice electric guitar.
Okay.
This is an MJT. Which is a guy named Mark Jenny who does relicking. So this is made to look like 50 years old, but it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they made this for me, and
wow,
they didn't give this to me though.
Okay,
I bought this one. Not all the guitars in here were. I didn't buy all the guitars in here. So just to be clear, but yeah, I used this. This was my main. So when I started at New Hope Church, which is where I've been for the past 7 years. I played this. Well, actually, I played this most of the time when I first started. But then this is my first really nice electric guitar.
Is this just a standard Tele?
I built this one with my grandpa.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So so I love this Telecaster.
Yeah.
And then this one is, gosh, I think in 02 or 03. So I've had this one for 15 years.
Wow.
So my grandfather, he's still living, he's in his 90s, but he was a carpenter.
Wow.
So I bought the neck from Warmouth, which is a company that you can buy necks and bodies and stuff from. And then I went to the lumberyard place, like it was a specialty wood place, and picked out some. This is an alder body, and then my grandpa and I just built it, routed it out, and I did the finish on this one myself. But I don't play it much because it was, you know, I'd never built a guitar before, so. And considering that, it plays and sounds really good, but yeah, I have better stuff to play. But this one has a story for me. Plus my grandpa, you know, is part of it.
Some kids build birdhouses with their grandparents, but not
I built a guitar.
He builds
and then this one, this is a guitar.
Another MJT? Same
MJT built the neck.
Okay.
But the body of this, I got from a guy on YouTube, eBay. Augustus Guitars. And it was completely unfinished. So I was curious whether or not I could do a sunburst finish myself. And so I did the finish on this one in my garage. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I'm with you.
Wow.
Can we each do our best Owen Wilson?
Okay.
You did a better one than me.
Alright, stop laughing. Wow.
That's it. That's all I got. That Hansel is so hot right now. Okay. So those are the Telecasters. I have another Telecaster. This is a Sir Alt T. I bought this one as well. So this thing is awesome because it does. So it's got a 5-way. It's got 2 humbuckers, but it's got a 5-way. So you got a humbucker bridge. You've got like a legit Strat, like funk sounding 2-position. And then middle is regular middle, and then a single coil neck and a humbucker neck. So at my church we will do like a power ballad Hillsong thing, right into like a gospel funk thing, and so I can cover all that ground with one guitar.
Nice.
Yeah, I like this thing.
All right, what are we about quarter way through the guitars so far? Anybody need to take a bathroom break? Or keep going.
Now, Brian has so many guitars. The unedited version of this part was over 25 minutes long, but I think you guys want to hear about the rest of them. So he also has a Shelton Skyflight 4, which they sent to him to try, and he loved it so much that he told them he wouldn't give it back. It's got 4 single coil pickups. You can run it like a Strat. You can turn the neck on for Telecaster sounds. It's got a Strat bridge, P90 pickup. It's nice. I have no idea what any of that means, but it looks really nice. Then he also has, from Shelton, a Galaxy Flight, which is similar to the Skyflight. It has a Mastery bridge, and to quote Brian here, I like it. Then he has a Duesenberg Star Player, which he bought from Bradford Mitchell, a person you would recognize from the Worship Tutorials channel, and it's a pretty guitar. How many pretty guitars is too many, Brian? Then another pretty guitar, the Jennings Voyager. It's a newer company that's run by Chad Jennings, and he builds guitars from scratch in Cali. So you're basically getting a custom guitar for non-custom shop prices. It's the guitar that Jake would pick if he got to keep one.
This would be your pick for electric guitar?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure you don't want the golden sparkle?
No, it's too flashy.
Too much.
This one,
so
I would even like it. I like the.
This is very similar layout.
Yeah.
Like these pickups, these are McNelly Stagger Swagger. They're very different than these, but
okay.
They're good. Man. Yeah, that guitar's nice. Man. This is a 2005 Gretsch Sparkle Jet. I'm like a no sudden movements guy on stage.
Yeah.
And we like to have like lots of movement on stage at my church. So I play this to make up for my lack of excitement. My guitar does it for me. That and my our main pastor, our senior pastor loves this guitar.
You need those sparkly star shaped
glasses. Yes, and like the Elton John.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a Sparkle Jet from 2005. It's awesome. Made in Japan.
Yeah.
Pro line. These are really good guitars.
Yeah.
I think that's all the guitars.
Okay.
Okay. There's one more.
More guitars.
There's one more guitar over here. This is a lowly. Feel how heavy this is for one.
Oh man.
It's like a boat anchor, man. This is an Epiphone Les Paul standard that a company called 920D did just completely tricked it out for me. Put the Bigsby on it, different knobs. Yeah. And they put Lambertone Crema pickups in it, which are real nice.
Yeah.
Really, really good. So this is a really cool guitar. This one's a fun one to play too, because most people don't assume that this was a $300 guitar.
Huh.
But it was.
Nice.
Okay, that's it.
Bass guitar?
I have a Line 6 Variax that Line 6 sent to me to try out.
Yeah.
These are pretty cool, actually.
This is a bass.
That's what we call a big guitar.
This is a sub series. It's got 4 strings, 3 knobs, and a pickup. It sounds like this.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you play some bass. Yeah, this is made by Sterling. Sterling is like the budget brand of Music Man.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you about this thing.
Oh yeah.
You're an acoustic guy.
Yeah.
You need one of these.
Orange has an acoustic thing?
They just made it. They sent this to me to review, which I need to do. So this is a new product from Orange. It's been out for a little while. This is their acoustic preamp. It's a they would call it, because this is made in the UK.
Yeah.
And they would call it valve driven, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're in Europe, tubes are called valves. And so if you're used to, it's 2 channel, so you can plug acoustic guitar in this channel.
Yeah.
You can plug a microphone, vocal mic in this channel.
Yeah.
And you can send them out separately.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so you've got EQ for both, and you've got reverb for both.
So it's really if you're like a coffee shop gigging.
It's perfect for that.
Something like that. Okay.
If you would compare this to a LR Baggs Para DI, for example. This thing just blows it out of the water. These run about $1,000 though. So they're not
wah, wah.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah, no, totally.
But man, that thing is awesome. It sounds so good.
Oh man.
Yeah, so warm and but still present. So when I do acoustic guitar videos, I track through this.
Okay.
I go direct through it.
Okay.
You can also plug a mic into it and mic your acoustic with it too. So.
Nice. So I think the last, I don't want to jump ahead, but we haven't done anything. Obviously, we make a video about pedal stuff, but
you haven't done any modeler stuff.
You have all these things over
here.
Yeah,
let me move this. This is guitar. Well, from here down is guitar modeler land. There's just stuff hidden everywhere in here. This is a Pod HD 500X.
Okay.
And this was my main my main jam for a while. I actually used to play amps and pedals.
Okay.
In the distant past.
Yeah.
Look, would you like to experience the greatest feeling in the world?
All right, get a close up of this, Ashton.
So Line 6 sent me this so I could make patches with it.
Well, maybe, I don't know how close you need to get, but ready?
That feels so good, doesn't it? Look, there's already a hair on it. Anyway, so this is the Pod HD500X. This is like this is made by Line 6 and they do the amp modeling thing. But this is what I used for a long time. Not this one, but I used the HD500.
So you just got that one, or is that you've had that for a while?
No, they sent it to me to make patches with. We have a relationship with Line 6.
Man, he has all these relationships.
Yeah, and so this is, but then they Line 6 upgraded the HD500X with the Helix, and this is my Helix. And I, when they announced this, the day they announced it, I pre-ordered it from Sweetwater. So I've been using the Line 6 Helix since the day it was made available. This is probably my favorite guitar piece of gear in the room. I love this thing.
And you're just going guitar straight into here and then straight to your sound system.
Yep. And we're gonna make a video about that. I predict that you will buy one of these when we're done, because you know what it's also really good for? Acoustic guitar.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Man.
Yeah, it's way better than like an OI Bags preamp.
Yeah.
Way better. Yeah.
Wow.
This is the Fractal Audio AX8. And the only reason I have this is to make patches for it. So I did try it live, and it does sound really good, but I prefer the Helix to the AX8. I get like people ask a lot, like, why do you have all the modeling stuff? And I bought them all. I didn't like, they weren't given to me. But the only reason we have it is because we make patches and presets for all of them.
Yeah.
So it's more of like a business.
Yeah.
This is the Line 6 HX Stomp, and so it's like a mini Helix.
Okay.
And actually, this or this. This is the HX Stomp. This is the HX Effects.
Okay.
So this just does the effects modeling. This does amp and effects too.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and then of course the Axe FX 3.
Okay.
Which is awesome. And then the Axe FX 3 foot switch.
Okay, so you just showed us like a bunch of pedals, a bunch of amp.
Well, they're all modelers. Some I do have some.
So
pedals,
which one? So the Helix is your go-to, or this guy is the
Axe? So the Axe FX 3 is my go-to.
Okay.
Because it sounds better.
Okay.
And it's more powerful. It can do more.
But it's a higher end product.
But it costs about twice as much.
Okay.
So if you go with Axe FX 3 and the FC12, which you can't even get right now because there's a wait list for it, and then the little expression pedal, you're looking at like $3,300 for that whole setup.
Yep.
And then the Helix is $1,600.
And this is what you're bringing to church every Sunday. Okay.
Yeah, this, and it all fits in one bag.
Yep.
And a guitar, and I'm off.
Yep.
And a million cameras.
Yep.
Every week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's it.
Oh. You know what, lastly, you have to show us this corner. Mainly, I mean, these are just...
Oh, the corner.
These are just for decoration, these pedals.
Yeah, well, kind of. This is my all-time favorite reverb pedal.
Okay.
It's a tie between this. This is a Boss RV6. Actually, the RV5 is my favorite. Are you familiar?
No.
Oh, this is great for acoustic guitar.
Okay.
Because it has this modulated reverb setting. It's just beautiful. It's like you can create like pads with acoustic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. This is a pedal that I did the enclosure. This is the Great Scott Overdrive.
Okay. Great Scott.
Great Scott! Yes. And look, it has a flux capacitor on it.
Oh,
Input,
awesome.
1.21 gigawatts.
1.21 gigawatts!
So, yeah. This is made by a friend of mine called Will Sledge. Named Will Sledge. Nice. He makes great pedals. So I have some of his drives and stuff. And then, yeah, this is a plaque that YouTube gives you when you reach 100,000 subscribers.
Wow.
So I've had this for a little while now, but it's something that I'm very proud of. So
can I see it? Can I hold it?
You may. Don't drop it like you did almost my guitar.
Someday. If all the worship tutorial subscribers watching this video subscribe to Churchfront, maybe I'll get to 100,000.
Subscribe to Churchfront right now. Hit the notification bell too so you know when he uploads new videos. Yeah.
There we go. I'm gonna put that at the end of every single video now. Well.
Yes, that's it. That's everything.
Is that it? Are you sure? No, what's over here?
Okay, so this is, so over here we have an Xbox One. Which there's two things I do on Xbox One: Madden and Assassin's Creed. Those are my two go-tos on Xbox. Big tripod. A nice tripod. What do you use for a tripod, Jake?
The cheapest Manfrotto tripods I could find.
That's what this is too.
No, we have cheaper.
Okay. And then I have Droneland over here too.
Droneland.
Only have two.
Phantom 4 Pro.
Only two drones. Only one. One was gift. The Phantom 4 Pro was a gift.
Yeah.
That it landed on my brother-in-law's porch, or no, balcony when he was on vacation, and nobody claimed it, so he sent it to me. And then in here, this is the drone that I use. Like if you watch any of the Sunday vlog videos, and there's a drone sequence, it came out of. This is a
Mavic?
Mavic Air? This is a Mavic Air, DJI Mavic Air.
It looks like a bag, but it is a drone.
I don't know where the drone is. But
what about these headphones? Headphones are kind of important. Do you use headphones a lot?
Yeah, let's talk about that. This was, these are like my main, if I mix on headphones, I use these. These are, the model number is, I've had these for a long time. These sound really good. Fire Dynamic DT880 Pro is what these are. And they're really nice sounding headphones, and they're like $200. So they're somewhat affordable.
Yeah.
I don't know what $200 headphones sound like to you, but in the realm of studio headphones, they're pretty affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now this company's called 64 Audio. They used to be called 1964 Ears, which is a weird brand name. And so these are my in-ear monitors. These are the V6 Stage model. So they're 6-driver.
Nice.
They sound really good.
Yeah.
This was a splurge. This is a Polytune. You should tune your guitars. This will help you. Yes.
Well, that wraps up our very brief studio tour of the worship tutorial
this
studio.
This video, I can tell you, is going to be way too long.
No, you know what? The people, they want to know.
Yes.
They want to know what
requests.
Creates the magic here, man.
So I need to do a worship tutorials version of this for my channel.
Yeah. Or they can just watch.
Or I'll just send them to Churchfront so they can subscribe to Churchfront.
Just saying.
And hit the notification icon, the bell icon, so you get notified of new uploads. See, that's important. I don't ever tell people to do that.
Oh, I do all the time.
I never do.
I've never heard you do that, Jake.
Yeah.
Always forget.
So okay.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
Notification bell. Guys, I'm about to learn how to close a video like a pro. Because Jake told me he's like, should I do the regular closer? And I said, yeah, teach me. Yeah. I need to learn how to close. You know what I say? Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. That's it. No call to action, nothing. I got a lot to learn here.
You could probably be at 1 million subs by now.
I have a lot to learn.
If you have this closer.
Show me the closer.
Okay.
Here it is.
So first.
This is money.
It's all about the smile, yeah.
So I always
need a thumbnail.
I always have to like start with like a smile of like.
So you can get
on the beginning of the clip.
Still.
Yeah. So then it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching this video. Okay,
that wasn't awkward at all.
Okay.
It's the magic of editing.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, hit that thumbs up button and share it with your friends in worship ministry. You can check out some related videos right over here. And don't forget to subscribe to the Churchfront channel so you can continue to receive our latest content to help you grow yourself and grow your worship ministry. Huzzah!
Man, that was pro.
Yeah.
Especially the contextual.
Yeah.
Like that's.
We're gonna put end cards down there. Yeah.
Man, you guys do it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well.
Thanks for watching. See you next time. See you in the next video. I don't know. That's about it.
I wonder if this guy.